When guys approach me, at first I used to ask myself why. It's like everybody wants to have
You
their
didn't
way with
think you
me.
were that beautiful
No, it's not like
or
that.
deserve
I'm
them?
very beautiful, I know. I'm very much aware.
Okay.
My mother tells me every day. So the thing is, any guy that comes into my life, first of all, wants to have his way with me. And I
Okay.
didn't understand why, because I thought I had a lot to offer more than sex. I'm business minded. There are things I want to do. All those things are secondary matters. They come. It's part of the relationship. You can't take it out. Or marriage. I got to a point when I was getting closer to God and doing God's work. I follow a prophet and all of that. So I decided that no sex before marriage. When some of them come and I outline that policy, then they leave. Because then I get to know that's the reason why you are coming into my life. You're not coming to add anything for me to also add anything to your life.
Okay, so viewers, we have Emefa here, a beautiful lady, and we want to ask her, in this economy, in this world, at this current state that we are in Ghana, Emefa, would you want to have $1,000 ring and a plush wedding ceremony, or you would want to have an intimate gathering and then a simple nice ring on your finger?
All right, first of all, there's nothing wrong with having a plush wedding.
Okay.
And like when I started dating and I had the thought of getting married, I'd always wanted a big wedding. My friends, loved ones, everybody gathered. They're having a good time. But then I got to a point in my life I was like, I prefer it quiet. I prefer it simple, serene, like something very intimate, just a few friends and loved ones. And then we go home. And then when you talk about the economy, as for that one, some people are still in this economy, but they are having plush weddings. You can plan towards it. Depends on the kind of partner you have and the understanding between the two of you. You can still have a plush wedding, but I decided that I want it quiet, even though my partner still wants it big and noisy with everybody there. But we are talking about it still, though. Because definitely, if you call 100 people, if you have a lot of people, 1,000 people will come. Like, so yeah, but I still want it very quiet. I don't know, all of a sudden I just want something very peaceful and intimate. Very small garden wedding. That's what I want now. I feel like I found my person and just, something very private. Just
He gets you, right?
yeah, he gets me. We get each other. We are like that, so something very quiet.
That's what everybody's
Yes,
looking
and I
for.
was thinking maybe after 5 years or 10, we can do a very big, anniversary and then have the numbers that we want. But for now, the beginning of our lives, I want it very quiet, very intimate, selected few, garden wedding.
So let me ask you this one also. Which one is important, the marriage itself or a $2,000 ring on your finger?
The marriage itself. All right, so naturally, I'm a person who likes a business. I'm very business oriented. I like to put money in something that will give me more. So instead of having a $2,000 ring, I'd rather put that money in a business. I'm beginning to love real estate, and I wouldn't mind having a land, put up some buildings, and then rent it out. I wouldn't have that ring on my finger, no mempe. I don't like it. I'd rather, invest the money into business, have a very peaceful marriage, understanding marriage, loving marriage, more than a $2,000 ring. A answer wasted. So I prefer quiet, beautiful, happy marriage to a $2,000 ring. Never.
Okay, you prefer a beautiful, happy marriage
Very peaceful
than
marriage.
spending enormous amounts of money just for a ring on your finger.
Even if I'm the richest person on earth, I've always been telling myself, I don't know how it's going to be like when I become rich or wealthy. But I always say that when I become rich, there are certain cars I will not drive. There are certain things I will not do. Like to go and buy very expensive dresses, a car that will, kind of say, a cheap fuel. No, I will not do. I'm a very simple person. I want everything simple. Just gives me peace of mind.
Okay, you just want a peace of mind. So tell me, in this current state where a lot of ladies are slay queens and the bigger titles are coming online and they are printing out list of things on that you have to do and then ways you have to follow just to be qualified to even date them. I remember I saw one Slay Queen's listen. She was asking a Range Rover if you would want to date her. You first need to gift her a Range Rover before she agrees to go on a date with you. Was it like that with you, or you just didn't care? You're a simple person. You didn't care. You just. How often do you go on a date?
I'm more of an indoor person. And the only time you see me outside before was when I was dancing salsa with my friends. I'm a salsa dancer, so like every Friday before you see me there dancing with my friends. But right now I've become a church girl. I'm more into church. So I'm more of an indoor person. And dates, dear, hey, I don't remember the last time I went on a date. So chatting, phone. We meet, you come to my house, we talk, we eat, you go. But like stepping out to a restaurant or something, I hardly do that.
So would you say this is the question I wanted to ask prior to you talking with the people with the slay queens that are setting up higher standard, who are asking this and that in order to go on a date with them. Would you say that they are selling their body instead of finding love?
This life, I'm not really grown, but the little experience I have, everybody has a vision, everybody has a certain mindset. So whatever everybody does, and this issue you're talking about is very broad. Me, everything I do, I never, forsake God's word, because that's what binds us. If I say I'll enter it right now, you better what I say. But then in this life, everybody has a certain, focus, a certain mindset. Some people, they don't mind living just any life to get what they want at that moment. Others who are working, taking their time to achieve their goals. So with the slay queens there, it'll be an any mindset, and some of them where they grew up or the things they want so badly that they see their friends have, they must have it at all costs. So that's why it's mindset, vision, focus. So everybody's different. Okay. It's a choice, a matter of choice.
Okay. So you've made your choice to be very simple, very simple indoor. Simple. I mean, guys, it's very simple. If you don't get invitation to the wedding, don't worry. When you see her anywhere, just salute her because she's a simple person and she's a lovely person as well. Now, would you say that our culture, is being influenced by the Western culture, and then we are derailing from the good upbringing that our parents gave us, or that we came to meet about a decade or 2 decades ago, because you want to have a nice but very simple wedding, very simple marriage ceremony with only friends and family invited. Whereas a lot of people in this day and age would want to have a plush wedding where I've actually seen a wedding invitation advert on TV before, and I was asking myself, if you are placing your advertisement on, if you are advertising your wedding, and it's not just wedding only, it's about funeral as well. Funeral, it's almost every day where funeral announcements are made on TV, and I'm like, why would you be asking somebody who doesn't know the person who is dead or who is going to marry to come to the ceremony, to come to the funeral, or to come to the wedding ceremony? Because I thought it's two families getting together, so it's those two families that will be invited, and then they would perhaps invite a couple of their friends. But it's becoming a standard now. Would you say that we have been influenced by the Western culture, or we are just expanding our reach with our traditional?
That's one, 100%. But then there's always two sides to a coin.
Yeah.
Somehow their influence helps us in a certain way, and some other ways too is actually destroying us. But then, like I said, it's two sides. There's a good side and then there's a bad
So,
side.
would you care to tell me about two positive things that their influence have brought to us?
Well, they're giving us exposure.
Exposure to themes.
A lot of things. There are things that we didn't know or have. They give us that exposure.
Okay.
And then the negative side, we are trying to copy blindly, especially with this LGBTQ or whatever. We are trying to copy blindly. And then how we raise our children these days, the school system and everything, is changing. I work in a school. I don't know how far this is going, but I honestly think there are certain syllabus or is it curriculum that we
Curriculum, yeah.
are infusing that's not helping us. There's a way we learn, but I don't know why would we be in Ghana and we are doing a British curriculum or a Canadian. No, I don't understand. If it is Ghana, let's learn. Fine. Some of us will be widely traveled. We need to see what's going on out there. That's why we have books and everything. But then again, if we are learning Ghana stuff, let's learn Ghana stuff 90% and then do the other countries that
Other
we
countries,
wish
10%.
to add maybe 10%. But it's like some schools focus only on and Kolani na style be so I don't know because sometimes when you compare the real Ghanaian standard schools to all those schools, even though those children are more exposed, I say when you compare them sometimes no. When you then these people are more yeah.
What's give an advice to an advice for men? I'm sure as pretty as you are, a lot of men came to your DM. Even at the moment, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of guys that are coming into your DM, and there might have been a lot of men that came to you, and you studied them, and you realized no, they are not. They don't meet your what you're looking for, or they are not that serious. So you just brush them off. What is your current guy? How different is he from the people that came to you and the people that have been coming into your DM even while you are still dating him and preparing for marriage? What's his lucky charm?
First of all, nobody comes into my DM. Um, and then guys,
I won't believe that. Come on, I won't
it's
believe
true.
that. I
My accounts are not even like active like that.
Your DM is your direct. It doesn't have to
Like
be your
WhatsApp,
social media. It's WhatsApp, normal
oh,
text
okay.
message, and
Okay,
everything.
okay. DM is more of that's why. Sorry. So well, I don't really have that a lot.
Okay.
If I am chatting with any guy like that, somebody that I'm seeing or a friend, um, when guys approach me, at first I used to ask myself why. It's like everybody wants to have.
You didn't think you were that beautiful
No, it's not like
or
that.
deserve
I'm
them.
very beautiful. I know. I'm very much aware.
Okay.
My mother tells me every day. So the thing is, any guy that comes into my life, first of all, wants to have his way with me. And I
Okay.
didn't understand why, because I thought I had a lot to offer more than sex. I'm business minded. There are things I want to do. All those things are secondary matters. They come. It's part of the relationship. You can't take it out. Or marriage. I got to a point when I was getting closer to God and doing God's work. You know, I follow a prophet and all of that. So I decided that no sex before marriage. When some of them come and I outline that policy, then they leave. Because then I get to know that's the reason why you are coming into my life. You're not coming to add anything for me to also add anything to your life. Because I believe in a relationship, whatever it is that we both have, you know, we exchange, we build on it, and we become good. But I realized that all the guys that were coming, it was about the sex. And it got to a point I was asking myself questions. Why? Don't I have anything to offer? Do I look like a sex object or something? It was becoming too much. So I actually took my mind off dating. So I met even him. It took some time before
He
I
suffered.
oh, not.
I can only imagine.
Oh, see,
How,
I'm the type of person, if I will say yes, I'll say, I don't waste a guy's time. Send me a tune. If I like you and you like me and there's understanding, we just start a date. And I see that everything is okay, we just start a date. I'm not the type who stretch guys or no, I don't do that. Just that I was tired. I was tired of
Now
all
I'm
the
break.
men. Yes. So, but when I saw that he's a good guy, somebody that I can do life with, I decided to give him a chance.
so your final advice for men out there who go into women's DM with the intention of having their way with them, um, people that just want to have sex, fun, and then go. I don't think so far as the creation is concerned, I think there are some people that would never want to marry, and they will always want to have fun, and regardless of the gender. But to the many guys that dubiously try to have their way with women, even when they knew they are not going to marry them, but they would really want to marry someone else. What's your advice for these guys?
Do I have an advice? So earlier when I was engaging your brother, he said something. that nobody has ever said. He was like, some people just want to have fun. But then, in life, when you get to a certain stage, like I wanted a plus wedding before, and then I decided I want something very simple. You'll be doing something in life, certain things in life, but you get to a limit and you're like, no, I can't do this anymore. Everybody has a limit they'll get to. All these guys breaking girls' hearts, having a good time with other girls, and finally settle with someone, they've gotten to that peak. So, well, I can't really advise anybody, but God, I never take God out of anything. I hope you don't mind. I don't take God out of anything. He has a timing for everybody. When your time is up and you need to change, it's time for you to change, to turn around. You work on you. So I'm like Medu baby. Honestly, and naturally, I don't condemn people. I don't judge anybody because you don't know what a person is going through at that moment. So, well, I'll just tell them, yeah, but then they should be careful. And you'll be yeah, and you'll be so be whether we believe in those things or not, they are there. Spirits, evil spirits are there. But we so actually somebody's come to destroy your life and everything. So just be careful. If you can't stay with one person, please do. If you can't, then I don't know. I honestly don't know what to tell them. Because some people don't have self-control. They don't have self-control. They want to be with every woman they see. That kind of person, I can't really advise them, but I just will pray for them. That is all I can say. But when they get to their limits, they will stop.
Okay. MFI here says when it gets to your limits, you stop. She can't advise you. She will only pray for you. When it's your time, Ubijai. With what she has said, if you agree with her, share that. Let us know that in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe and like, share this video. She's afraid. Let's insult her small, but no insult, of course. See you another time. Thank you for tuning in.